Hello, welcome to our restorative flow. My name is Madison. I will be your guide this evening. We'll go ahead and get started on our backs. So just wherever you are, exactly as you are, you can go ahead and lay down in your space. So extend your legs out long. Gently lower your upper body to the earth. Begin to breathe here. Really settling in to where you are. Using your inhales to fill up and your exhales to release, letting something go. Inhale. Feel your body grow. And then exhale, relax into the mat. Let the earth support you here. Work on finding a rhythm of breath that feels intentional, that feels purposeful. Throughout this practice, our breath will be everything, our guide, our light, our gauge, just to know where we are, how our body is doing. So continue to breathe. If it feels good for you, maybe bring your hands to your belly or to your heart while you're lying on the mat. And just use this as an opportunity to see, to feel what's happening with your breath. So on your inhale, feel your hands rise. And on your exhale, notice how your hands grow closer to the earth. Each breath shifts and grows right along with you. If it feels good for you to gently extend your breath, fill up, holding at the top here. Pause for a moment. And then exhale, release, hold on empty. And then continue moving through that exaggerated cycle a few more times. Today in class, we'll be focusing a little bit more on stretching through the hips and the thighs. These are our large muscle groups. We tend to hold a lot of tension, a lot of stress, sometimes a lot of emotion in these spaces. So as things come up for you throughout this practice, I invite you to notice what's happening in your body and to continue to move with it, moving through it. Take 2 more big, deep breaths here. Legs out long. Fully relax into the earth beneath you. Whenever you're ready, gently begin to walk your soles of your feet up towards your hips. So your soles of your feet are planted flat on the earth. Heel to your feet out wide. Let your knees fall in. A gentle release through your low back. We'll take a few breaths here. Keep breathing here, trying to find even, almost rhythmic breath. Noticing when your mind starts to wander and you lose track of this breath. And gently inviting yourself back to where you are, back to where we are here and now. There is nothing happening outside of this present. Heel to your feet into center. And then when the soles of your feet touch, gently let your knees fall out wide. You have a couple options for modifications here, depending on how this feels in your body. If you have a block or a blanket, you can bring it to the outside of your knee to gently support you. This also works with a book, or I was in a class where someone used canned soup. So whatever you have to support you, if that's something you're seeking. And just kind of settle into this, let gravity do the work here. This isn't an active posture. And your next big breath in. Let something go. Exhale. Bring the soles of your feet to the earth. Walk your heels a little bit closer to your hips, if that feels all right. And if it doesn't, keep your heels where they were, or even walk them out. This whole practice is about finding what's working for you. When you're ready, cross your right ankle over your left knee and kind of open up your hip here. You can flex through your right foot if you're looking for something more active. Press your hips into the ground to keep them even. Make sure your whole upper body is still relaxed into the earth. And just breathe for a few moments here. You have the option now to stay exactly where you are if this feels good in your body, or to take your hands and wrap them around either the back of your left thigh, your hamstring, or around the front of your left shin. Wherever you are, keep your upper body relaxed into the earth. This begins to open up through that outside of your right hip. A big stretch here. If you feel any pinching in your knee, back off of this a little bit, coming out of it. Keep breathing. Breathing into the stretch, rooting your hips into the earth, and keeping your mind focused on the movement of the breath in your body. Take 2 more big breaths here. Let that go. Gently lower your left foot to the earth if you had it lifted. This is a little bit different than normal, but you're going to shift your hips 3 inches to the right, and then keeping your right foot kind of tucked or crossed over your left knee, you're going to let your knees fall to the left side. So the supine twist, the kind of light bind around your legs. If this doesn't work for you, you can just stack your knees coming into a more traditional supine twist, or even extend your left leg long. Just finding whatever variation of the twist is present for you. Sometimes it feels good for me to bring a block to the inside of my right knee for a little bit of extra support. Whatever you're doing, make sure your breath is guiding you. Keep your shoulders each rooting into the mat. And breathe here. Keep breathing, full breaths, even in the twist, filling up with air, and just relaxing, releasing, letting everything go with each exhale, and completely renewing with each inhale. such beauty in your breath. There's very little you can't do. Sometimes your breath is a really great opportunity to connect to gratitude for yourself, just for showing up today. You've done so much. I'm so impressed with you and excited for you. And you should be too. So take one more big breath here in this twist. On your exhale, you can use your hands to support you. However feels good, gently move back to center. Uncross your legs and bring the soles of both feet to the earth. Incredible. Right now, I can only speak to my body, but I know that my legs feel very different. Uh, my body is aware of what's been happening, and I'm ready to kind of even that out. So on your next full inhale, cross your left ankle over your right knee. Hang here. Your hands on your belly, by your side, on your heart center, just wherever is working for you. Take one breath here. On your exhale, you have a choice, an opportunity, and power to either stay exactly where you are, exactly as you are, or to move into something different. You can bring your hands around the backside of your right thigh, around your hamstring, or clasp your hands around the front of your shin. Wherever you are beginning to open up through your outer left hip, make sure that your upper body stays relaxed into the earth and that you continue to breathe. Just like on the other side, we're here for a little while, so check in with how you're doing. Keeping your mind here. Maybe you flex through your feet for something more active. One more big breath in to fill up with air. Exhale, release. Inhale. On your next exhale, gently lower the sole of your right foot back to the earth. We're moving into a supine twist on the opposite side. Again, I invite you to stay in this kind of partial bind. So keep your left ankle crossed over your right knee as you scoot your hips 3 inches to the left. And then let your knees gently fall over to the right, keeping your shoulders pressed into the mat. Or move into a more traditional supine twist if that feels better, just stacking your knees one on top of the other, or even extending your right leg long on the mat. Whatever you choose, settle into it slowly. Two more big breaths here. When you're ready, come back to center. Plant both feet softly on the earth. We've been here before. Notice what might be different in your body. And bring the soles of your feet together. Bring your knees into your chest. Give yourself a big hug. Wrapping your arms either around your hamstrings or around your shins. Inhale. Feel the breath pressing against the tops of your legs. Exhale, let that go. Again, inhale. Exhale, release. Begin to rock and roll forwards and backwards until you come into a comfortable seat, sitting up tall. Inhale for height. Exhale, release. Roll over onto hands and knees. We're going to move. Press through your hands. Tuck your toes. Send your hips up and back. Your hips reach towards the ceiling here. And your next inhale, bring your right knee forward to the outside of your right wrist. Setting your right shin down on the earth. I like to slide my left leg back. Coming into pigeon pose. It might feel supportive here to bring a block to the outside of your right knee, to bring the earth a little bit closer to you. Alternatively, you can bring a block underneath your hands. Kind of bring that support a little bit closer, lifting yourself up, or you can fold forward onto your forearms, or fold forward onto your chest. If you feel pinching through your knee, my first recommendation would be to flex through your right foot and see if that helps you out. If you continue to feel pinching through your knee, come back onto your back into the thread the needle posture that we just left, with your right ankle over your left knee. They both provide pretty similar opening through your outer hip. Just how you want to get there is up to you. Continue to breathe here, moving through whatever is showing up for you, knowing that wherever you are, whatever you're feeling is true, is authentic, is exactly where you should be right now. And it's amazing that you're here. Breathe in, full, nourishing breath. And then however you need to get there, make your way to the other side. Roll onto your outer right hip. Swing your left leg around. If it feels better for you to move through down dog, that's an option. Just wherever you are, end up in pigeon pose or thread the needle on your back. If you're in pigeon, check to make sure that your right hip and your right leg is extended directly off of your hip. That your knee is just slightly outside of your hands. If you need to, or if it feels good, you can bring a block to the outside of your left hip, or a block in front of you underneath your hands. Or you can fold forward onto a blanket, onto a pillow, or just onto the earth. Breathing, settling, knowing that stillness here is such a powerful tool. This is a really big stretch through your outer hip. So you might feel the urge to come out of it sooner. I invite you to listen for what's truly present for you. You can best gift yourself these next couple seconds, maybe by staying in the posture. Maybe it means coming out for you. You're just here for another breath or two. One more. Exhale, let that go. Walk your hands back up if you folded forward. Rock onto your hip. Extend both legs out long. Take a moment here in a tall seat. Find a long spine. Roll your shoulders up, back, down, away from your ears. And then gently lower yourself onto the earth. If you have a blanket or a towel here that you would like to use, maybe a sweater to cover yourself, you might get a little chilly as we settle into our final resting posture. Just giving yourself time and space to completely relax. Let everything go. Return to your normal rhythm of breath. Let your legs fall out. Let your hands come to either side. Let your eyes gently close. Release the tension from your forehead. And just take a few moments in stillness here. Wherever you are, gently invite a little bit of movement back into your body. Wiggle out your fingers, wiggle out your toes. Slowly, maybe begin to roll out your wrists, roll out your ankles, feeling the movement creep back into your body. Inhale, reach your hands up above you on the floor. Stretch your hands away from your feet like you're taking a good morning stretch. And then exhale, bring your hands back down beside you. Gently roll onto your right side using your right bicep to support your ear like a pillow. Take a moment here in this posture of rebirth. You can stay exactly where you are, or if you're ready, gently push yourself up to a comfortable seat. Cross your legs or extend them long. For a moment, bring your hands to your knees. Inhale, sit up tall. And exhale, let something go. One more breath all together. Exhale, release. Bring your hands to heart center. Breathe in gratitude for yourself, for showing up today. And release. The light in me honors and bows to the light in each of you. My name is Madison. Thank you so much for joining me tonight or this morning or wherever you are practicing in our virtual world. I'm so grateful for you, and I look forward to seeing you again.